Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Now, before we get into this clip, I want you guys to think about two different questions, right? The first one is she getting better or is she getting worse since hitting the wall? And then, would you marry, date, or avoid? All right, let's wait. Before we get into this, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's go ahead and get into this.
This is a very vulnerable video because I just got done having a mental breakdown. But to
What? A mental breakdown? Okay.
all of my single gals out there who live on their own and get all of their stuff for themselves on their own, I am proud of you because I am one of those people. And it is so hard sometimes. I feel so secure in being single and being on my own. And I really enjoy it, but
Bull. Listen, I don't know if y'all picking up what she putting down, but she don't look too happy.
The hardest factor of it is money. It's so hard to feel so good being single, but wish so badly that you just had a partner to be able to rely on a little bit as well. You guys could both rely on each other when it comes to finances and stuff like that, like rent, groceries, just anything. It's honestly so hard sometimes seeing my friends who are pretty much all in long-term relationships and living with their significant others. And meanwhile, I just made a spreadsheet of the things that my money goes towards because I'm looking for a new apartment, and apartments are so expensive right now, especially just to live alone. Why do some places want you to cough up over $2,000 for a 300 square foot apartment that's a studio apartment? It's absolutely ridiculous. I should be able to support myself on my income and be able to afford my rent, but I can't because all of you crappy landlords out there want to charge literally an arm and a leg for me to be able to have a roof over my head. Anyways, the point of this video is just saying, for all of you girlies out there taking care of yourselves, I see you, because it is not easy to do. And I don't know, any girls who are out there being able to do that and being able to pay their rent and also occasionally do things that they enjoy, or maybe treat themselves to something every now and then. How are you doing it? How are you doing it? Because I think I might be at my breaking point. This is
All them damn hard sniffs that this woman was doing is completely opposite of what she was saying. This woman does not sound like somebody that is proud of what she's doing. She sounds like somebody that's actually going through it like the rest of us. She's at her breaking point. How are these women doing it? How are these women doing it? That is a great question, but let me give you a stat. The majority of women are not. For the most part, most people aren't doing it. She's now being introduced to reality. What's actually going on in life outside of a relationship, outside of not needing a man. In fact, it sounds like she needs a man. In fact, she also told you guys that she kind of gets jealous when she sees her friends in long-term relationships because they have someone they can rely on. Now, here's the messed up part about that. Sometimes those women in those relationships are heavily relying on that man, so much so to where if he can't pay for this, if he can't pay for the bills, the groceries, the trips, the gifts, and all of that stuff, right, he is a loser. And now she's going to be looking up that hypergamous ladder. But the reason why this woman is on Wall Watch is because she went through detail of everything that happens to a woman once she hits the wall. For instance, she becomes more expensive. she finally started to look at a spreadsheet and see where the money is actually going versus where the money has to go, right? It's the difference between paying bills and shopping on Fashion Nova or Amazon. Which one are you going to do? Are you going to pay your light bill, your Netflix bill, or whatever other subscription you have? Or are you going to actually shop on Amazon or Fashion Nova? Well, I guess I forgot the makeup. Now, the next thing is the damage, the trauma, right? Like what this woman is going through, she does not sound very proud or very happy.
So I just got done having a mental breakdown.
Especially because she doesn't know what these women are actually doing. Sugar babies, ex-workers, strippers, nurses, therapists, women that work in insurance. These are some of the women who can handle things. Women who work in tech. There's a few things, but those women who are able to take care of things are women who are actually responsible, or they were really good at using men. Here's a message for the men out there. She's looking for a man with money. She's not looking to fall in love. She's not looking for love. She's looking for you to come in and make her life easier because she thinks the world revolves around her. And the truth is, it probably did when she was younger, but as she gets older, she's going to see that she's going to become a little bit more invisible to the masses, right? To everybody, she's going to become more invisible. There'll be some people who will still see her, but she won't get the same attention, and that's going to damage her even more. Now, because of the damage that she's receiving, you're going to have to compete with her past. Not only are you going to have to compete with her past, but you're going to have to compete with what she's dealing with right now. Do you really want the extra and added stress? Now, the emotions being all over the place. Fellas, this is why this woman right here is a great case study for you. This is why confidence is so important, because she's looking for a man with money. Now, what is she going to offer him? I don't know. I don't know if she's going to give you a great deal. Probably not, but she's looking for a man with money. This is why it's important for you to have confidence. Now, with confidence will come money. And the reason why, there's 3 reasons why. And this is how you build yourself up. This is how you build your confidence up. Meditation, which is for your mind, right? So you can also read if you don't meditate. Next is exercising. That's for a healthier, youthful looking body. Now, when you have health, it's way easier to have wealth, because without health, there is no wealth. Most importantly, especially for this woman, invest your money in things that give you a return. Now, will this woman give you a return? And when I say a return, I mean money coming back, money that you don't have to work for, right? It sounds and looks like this woman is going to cause you to work even more with no return.
So I just got done having a mental breakdown.
The only way to reach goals is to actually set goals. So I encourage you to do so. While you're doing that, adapt to dating, because a lot of women are going through this. Now, they handle it different. Again, a lot of them are now choosing to become sugar babies or ex-workers. This is why there's so many situationships, friends with benefits, vacation bays, right? Flings. This is why those things exist, because women have focused on not caring for a man, but really caring for themselves, right? Becoming more selfish, becoming more self-centered. Think about it. Would this woman be great for all of her friends that are actually in relationships? Do you think she's going to give them great sound advice, or do you think she's going to tell them all the single woman type things like, oh, you don't need him, you shouldn't have to deal with that, you don't have to deal with that, it's great out here, the grass is greener? Does she sound like she would be saying that if those friends called her with a problem? Or do you think she would tell them to stay in their relationships? I don't know this woman, so I hope she would give them the correct advice, but from what I'm seeing from most women, they're not giving that kind of advice. They're sabotaging each other. The main reason you want to adapt to stripper culture is because it's business over love. It's money over love. This is how you get on the same page with women, because men, for whatever reason, we believe in romance, right? We think that that woman's gonna love us forever and ever, and she may like you. She may actually love you, but she's not gonna like you for a long time, right? She's gonna get tired of you. You're gonna get tired of her. And how do you make it through, right? Is she loyal? If not, well, you'll find out sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. Now, I do have a question for you guys. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that we finished this video, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.